guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides, and I am here at Moss Family Chevrolet in Tampa, Florida. Very special day. You guys have been blowing up my inbox. You've been saying, when are you gonna get the new Silverado? Well, guess what? Today is the day. I have this 2019 Chevrolet Silverado, not just a standard Silverado, this is a Silverado High Country. Now, if you haven't been paying attention to the truck scene, for 2019, Chevrolet has decided to revamp their whole Silverado lineup. And there's been a lot of controversy, there's been a lot of debate over styling, over features. We're gonna go step by step over this High Country, and we're gonna point out some of those controversial pieces, maybe show you some things that you weren't aware of, and then just give you the overall feel of what is Chevrolet bringing to the table when it comes to their trucks. Now, the great thing is, right off the bat, this truck has been placed on a diet. It's over 400 pounds lighter than the outgoing Silverado. You could see with the front, this is that controversial, debatable, people are, doing pistols at dawn, arguing over the front of this truck. Some people love it, some people hate it. To be honest with you, in person, it's a little bit better than in pictures. And I think with the High Country, because you have the body color coming to the top of the bumper here, it helps make it look a little bit more cohesive. Now, the biggest thing, and I'm gonna swing all the way over here, is gonna be this design right here. It's almost like whoever designed the Camaro also designed the front of this truck, because this is a functional side scoop here for aerodynamic purposes, but it gives the truck a kind of, I don't know, transformer-ish look to the front end of it, and some people just aren't digging it. I do dig these headlights though. I like the way they got the faux carbon fiber in there, the nice silver accents, and it really goes well with this grille. And I think, as I swing and block again, I like the style of the grille. I like how there's a little bit of different material with the silver. You have that iconic Chevrolet bow tie. I think it was a smart move to go black instead of the traditional gold on the bow tie. Kind of looks a little bit better with the silver. Embossed, you have the High Country logo, and just very, very nice, the fit and finish on it. This paint though, in this Florida sun, is to die for. I love this color. The hood, I like what they did with the body lines on the hood. Really makes it look aggressive, very purposeful. Underneath this hood, you have that 5.3 liter V8. That is a carryover from last year. There are the other engine options, which we're going to talk about once we pop this hood, but that'll be in a second. Let's go ahead and check out the next big thing for 2019. Look, watch this. Round fenders on a Chevrolet Silverado. When's the last time you've seen that? They've been running those squared off fenders. I like what they did there. I think it really works, helps create a whole new package. These wheels, 22-inch wheels. These are wheels that come with the High Country. I like the size. That's actually one heck of a standard brake caliper hiding behind these 22-inch brushed aluminum wheels. Great style, great look, really works with the blue, and I think that was a smart move to go with that style. As we go into the fender, check out the body line here. There's a lot of things that you have to look closely to. I like that body line there. It really just creates a nice flow. You got the High Country emblem up here, lets you know what grade trim level this is. Remember, 8 different trim levels on the Chevrolet Silverado. This is where I'm gonna have to zonk it. I don't understand why we have too much ABS plastic here. We should have more of this beautiful blue brought down onto the mirror. I think it would just clean it all up, and we know that after some time, some use and whatnot, that this is gonna fade. So I would like to see that. And then another thing is the antenna. When are we gonna figure out a way to get rid of that? Because these beautiful lines, that kind of is an eyesore there. One thing that's definitely not an eyesore are these running boards. I like the running boards on the High Country. They have a really good grip. I like the chrome finish on it, really ties into the front of the truck. And just like I said, keeps that cohesive package. I think the designers really hit the nail on the head with taking certain body lines and making it flow together. For example, I really like this trim as it comes into the rear passenger door. It really allows the truck to have a different look without really changing all the sheet metal. Now, when we say sheet metal, I know a lot of you who are Ford fans, you like the aluminum body. Well, guess what? There's still a lot of steel on this truck. The only thing that you're gonna find that's aluminum is any of the swinging metal. So any swinging metal, doors, tailgate, those are aluminum. Everything else is steel. So if you're a fan of steel, Chevrolet Silverado is definitely still getting it done in that area. As we work our way out to the back, here's some other differences. A lot of guys and girls out there that are hard workers use their truck as a work truck. Chevrolet, listen, they actually opened up this space, so if you have a heel-toe boot, you'll be able to get it into that space a lot easier than the previous year. And then as we work our way to the back, I like what they did with the tailgate. You have your High Country logo down there. Obviously, they did a great job with the lower bumper, having it the same color as the rest of the truck. And I actually like the exhaust on it. I think it looks tasteful. They are a little vacuumish, but I like the style of it. Now watch this. This is a great new thing for 2019. You could actually power release this tailgate. So you hold down the button. Hear a couple beeps. There she drops. You could put your stuff inside. Speaking of inside this bed is 7 inches wider than the outgoing Silverado. If you're wondering how did they do it, Chevrolet engineers figured out that if you put this bed together, 1, 2, 3 pieces, it actually allows for 7 inches more width for you to load the back end of the Silverado up. Another thing that I really like are these tie-down hooks. There is a ton of them in here, all different levels. So if you need to go down low, they got you covered. And then on top of that, they've added places for you to put more if you need more. Now inside the back, we do have the LED lighting, which is really great. Tom's gonna show you on the other side, and I'll come running around. You have nice power outlet back here. What a great idea. I mean, that's really, really wonderful. And then here's really one of, I think, my favorite features. Now, you could use the key fob to close it, but let's say your hands are full. Check this out. What you do is you raise your knee, boom. How cool is that? So if you took some 2x4s out, you actually have them in your hand, you just use that knee and up it goes. Here's another feature I want to show you. This is where the engineers were thinking about you. I like the way they took all the trailer hookup. Instead of having it below the bumper or down here, we got it up here, out of the dirt, out of all the debris. Very smartly done. As we go up here, you see this little guy? If you're wondering, you're saying, wow, does this have 2 cameras? No, you got your backup camera. This is an LED light, so that when you are backing up, say it's dark out, and you gotta hitch up that trailer, you got nice trim lighting here to light up that area. Wonderful, wonderful job, I think, from the back of this Silverado. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and check out that 5.3 liter V8. All right, guys, here we are underneath the hood of the 2019 Chevrolet Silverado. That is that tried and true 5.3 liter V8 engine. It has a dynamic operating system. Now, what that means is that the engine can shut down cylinders. And you could actually be running, believe it or not, on 2 cylinders. Now, are you gonna be towing and running on 2 cylinders? No. But you do have that technology piece in there. It's an added feature on the 5.3. It comes standard on the 6.2 to shut down those cylinders. But at the end of the day, you're looking at 355 horsepower, 380 foot-pounds of torque with that dynamic fuel system. Like I said, it can shut off any of the cylinders to get you that better MPG performance. The optional is a 6.2 liter. That automatically comes with the dynamic fuel system. That has 420 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque. Believe it or not, for the first time, you could actually get a Chevy Silverado with a 2.7 liter inline 4 turbocharged engine. And then, of course, there's always that tried and true 3 liter straight 6, that whole Duramax setup. But anyways, all right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Silverado High Country. Check out the door panels. We have some nice materials being used. You have that faux wood grain on the door pull. I like the leather on the armrest. And as you can see on that speaker cover, this does have Bose sound system in it. Bose, a great name when it comes to audio systems. Now, it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that in here. I do love the seats. I love how comfortable they are. They're heated, they're air conditioned. I like the High Country embroidery on the back of the headrest here. Wonderful job. This, to me, I don't know, this 2 glove boxes, I get the point that you want more storage, but I don't know, I don't like the look of it, to be honest with you. I do like the infotainment system. I do like the way they brought this off color into the trim, but there's just something going on here that I'm not really sitting well with. And I think one of it that I'm gonna have to zonk is right here on the center console. Now you do have wireless charging capability for your cell phone, but I would like to see a cover over this. Maybe take that wood grain, put it into the cover, a sliding cover, and get rid of this, because it just looks too utilitarian. And I think especially on a truck called the High Country, which is supposed to be a higher trim level, I would like to see something going on here a little different. Great space for cup holders. You have a wonderful center console lid, nice leather, soft. You have great space. I mean, it has tons of room. Everywhere you look, you're gonna have USB and whatnot connectivity and all that great stuff. Here though is another place. I like these switches. These are cool. You got different little switches that you push down on to activate different functions, like shutting off the auto stop start. But this right here, my eyes are drawn to it and it doesn't look good. I don't know why it has to protrude like that. I guess it's easier to plug your stuff in, but at the end of the day, when it comes to appearance, I'm not really loving it. I do like the faux wood on the side and the silver here. I guess my whole point is they brought some of this brownish plastic in. Why didn't they use that a little bit more instead of just around the infotainment system? You do, on the High Country, just have a sunroof just for the driver and passenger. That's another zonk. At this level, it needs to have a panoramic sunroof. Remember, MSRP on this truck is $56,000 at the end of the day. This area of the armrest, I'm not really loving too much. I know it's there to put your phone, but you got all this other room, so I don't know what the point of that is. Why don't you come on over here to the driver's end of the business, and I'll show you what's new for the Silverado. All right, guys, here we are, the business end. I like the position. Let's start with the door panel. You do get memory seats for this particular trim level, so that's a nice thing. There's that faux wood. I like the silver trim on the door handle and also down here on the door panel. I like the High Country logo on the door sill. That is metal, which is nice. And I like the way Chevrolet is putting in, it's almost like these WeatherTech floor mats that lock in, protect the carpet and everything. So if you're using this truck for work, you're not going to ruin the interior by bringing in mud and all that. Those are so easy to clean. I run similar floor mats like that. When it comes to seating position, you get a ton of maneuverability with the seat, all power, which is nice to get it to form fit your body type. Steering wheel. I like the size. I wish it was a little thicker. I wish the steering wheel was a little thicker. There's that Chevrolet bow tie. I wish that was black instead of the gold. There's more of that trim. So they did take the trim off the infotainment system area onto the steering wheel. I wish they would have used this just a little bit more, just to change it up. Gauges. I like the way they've decided to go digital on this trim level. Across the top there, you have your analog tachometer and speedometer. I think for me, where I'm gonna have to zonk this area is the actual shifter. Now, with this, it's this ABS plastic. It's very hard. It doesn't feel good to the hand. You have all these other great finishes in here. They should have done something with this. I think that would have went a long way. You can see where they have the lighting controls and all that. You have electric e-brake. But overall, I like the seating position. Headroom is pretty good. You do have that sunroof and it really is squeezing down. I feel like the Fords have a little bit more headroom. I feel a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say cramped because it is a truck, but I feel like the roof is just coming in, the ceiling's coming down just a little bit. But other than that, very, very comfortable. Let's go ahead and check out the back seat where your passengers are going to be sitting. All right, guys, we're in the back seat of the Chevy Silverado, the 2019, all new. You can see how, like on the door panel, they brought back in some of that wood grain material. They have the leather on the armrest for your passengers in the back. These seats back here are very, very comfortable. I do like the overall fit and finish and feel on them. Great material. They are heated. Now, they're not air conditioned for the passenger, but they are heated. Remember, this one does not have, and I'm quite surprised, on a High Country, there's no sunroof back here. And that's the thing that's kind of bothered me a little bit, is to have this drop. They freed it up and gave you the headroom, but there's this drop here that really just makes it disconnected between the front seats and the rear seats. When it comes to rear seats, you have some nice hookup capabilities here. You have rear AC vents, the cup holders for whoever's back here. You have those same wonderful locked in floor mats to protect the carpet from spills, from wet boots, from wet shoes and whatnot. Very nicely done. And overall, like I said, if I'm going to zonk it, I'm zonking this portion. I like the overall position of the seat. I guess the only thing that I would like to see back here is maybe air-conditioned seats or whatnot. Armrest, real good. You got some nice cup holders in there, so that's a really nice feature. But if you're ready, I'm ready to wrap this one up. All right, guys, it's been one heck of a day here at Moss Family Chevrolet. Definitely want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to David Moss and everybody here at Moss Family Chevrolet. They're so welcoming, allowing Rady's Rides to have access to this 2019 Chevrolet Silverado High Country. Lots of changes, exciting time to be a truck fan. If these are the types of vehicles you like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you have not hit subscribe yet, what are you waiting for? These are the types of vehicles that we're bringing day in and day out here on Rady's Rides. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family and allowing me to share my love and passion of cars and trucks to all of you. Definitely want to check out my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages, all Rady's Rides original content all the time. If you wanted to get yourself some merch, what do we have? We have shirts, we have hoodies, hats, bags, bandanas. How do you get it? Click the button somewhere above my head, takes you right to Spreadshirt. Go ahead, and I know you want to help promote the channel, you want to help support the channel, and I'm so grateful for that. Speaking of grateful, Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner, standing out here. Today's been one heck of a day, waiting for the rain to stop, the wind, the guys cutting the grass, the leaf blowers, the tree trimmers. It's been a really hectic day here at Moss Family Chevrolet, but Tom muscled through just like he would, because guess what? He is muscle, and that's what we love him as. Thank you, Tom, for your hard work, and just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.